this spring, NBC, Peacock, WNBA. Listen, I hope y'all WNBA players is paying attention. They will replace y'all asses. They have Caitlin Clark. They have Paige Beckers under contract. They have Angel Reese. They have replacement players they can go get. They have a slew of rookies they are about to draft.
Everyone, we are seeing the biggest karma moment ever in professional sports. And it's happening right now on TV, where we can all see it. For 2 years, we watched the older WNBA players, the ones who were supposed to be leaders, team up to be mean and jealous toward Caitlin Clark. They tried to hurt her during games. They tried to make her feel bad in the news. They tried to keep her off the Olympic team. They thought if they made her life hard enough, they could stop her from shining and keep control of the league. But now, they have to pay the price, and they're losing everything. The people who run the sport, the WNBA owners, NBC Universal and Peacock, have officially decided to forget about the older WNBA players and focus only on Caitlin Clark. The news is real. They lost it all. And they didn't lose because of bad luck. They lost because their mean behavior made people not want to watch them or support them anymore. While the older players are stuck at home fighting about money and might not even have a season, Caitlin Clark is sitting with NBA legends, making huge deals, and becoming the face of basketball in America. Their plan to destroy her didn't just fail, it backfired so badly that the people who tried to hurt her don't matter anymore.
I'm telling y'all, the WNBA, NBC, Peacock, they're pushing on and moving on with their promo, regardless if y'all signing this deal or not, because I'm pretty sure they got a contingency plan in place.
You need to understand how big this change is. NBC and Peacock just made a huge deal with the NBA and the WNBA. Normally, when a TV network does this, they spend months talking about the league's history, interviewing the older players, and celebrating the game's legends. But look at what's really happening. NBC isn't calling Diana Taurasi. They aren't calling Breanna Stewart. They aren't calling the players who spent last year saying mean things on podcasts. They're calling only one person, Caitlin Clark. They hired her as a special helper for their NBA coverage. This sends a clear message. NBC bosses looked at the numbers. They looked at what people were saying on social media. And most importantly, they saw the mean behavior. They saw the dirty plays. They saw the jealousy. And they decided they don't want to promote players who act toxic and jealous. They want to promote sunshine, great basketball, and good ratings. Caitlin Clark is the future, positive, talented, and fans love her. The older players are the past, bitter, mean, and they don't like their own fans. NBC made a business choice to get rid of the dead weight, and that dead weight is all the old WNBA leaders.
Now, NBC Sports, what they did is they flexed on them, okay? They flexed on them. Here it says, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. The WNBA is coming to NBC and Peacock.
Let's look deeper at why this is happening. Right now, the WNBA owners are in a big fight with the Players Association. The players are threatening to stop playing. They want 30% of all the money the league makes. They want millions more in their paychecks. And who's leading this fight? The older players. The same ones who refuse to accept that Caitlin Clark brought in tons of fans. The owners are looking at what the players want and laughing. Why? Because they know the truth. They know that without Caitlin Clark, there's no money to share. They know nobody is paying for Peacock to watch the players who pushed Caitlin down. People are paying to watch Caitlin. So the owners and TV networks have teamed up. They realize they don't need the whole WNBA to make money. They just need the Caitlin Clark show. By giving her this job on NBC, separate from the WNBA season, they've protected their biggest star from all the league drama. If the older players decide to strike, that's fine. Let them. Caitlin will be on TV every Sunday night talking about LeBron James. She wins no matter what. The veterans played a dangerous game with their golden opportunity, and now they're losing everything.
I think this is an absolute abomination. Nike dropping the ball. Here it says, Nike confirmed to Adweek it will not run a commercial during Super Bowl 60 this year, so there won't be a Nike X Caitlin Clark spot during the game. Listen, man, this don't make sense. Caitlin Clark's sneakers are about to drop this year.
They only care about two things: getting new fans and keeping them. Who brings in more people who pay to watch? Is it the player who complains about private jets and is mean to new fans? Nope. It's the player who makes amazing three-point shots and stays nice. Peacock has basically stopped showing the WNBA as a team sport with lots of players. Have you seen their ads? Everything is about Caitlin. It focuses only on Caitlin. The other players are just in the background now, like extras in a movie. This happened because of their mean behavior. When you spend a whole year telling everyone that Caitlyn isn't good or that she should wait, you're telling people not to watch. And guess what? People listened. They don't care about the older players anymore. They only care about the girl those players tried to bully. The older players tried to keep Caitlyn out, but they only trapped themselves while Caitlyn left with all the power. Imagine playing for 10 years, winning championships, and then watching NBC fly Caitlyn Clark to New York City to sit with famous basketball players while you're at home hoping your paycheck comes through. It must make them so mad. But they did this to themselves. If they had been nice to her and helped her, they would be sitting next to her right now. They would get big deals with companies too. They would be on NBC. But their big egos wouldn't let them. Their jealousy made them blind. They chose to be petty instead of making more money. Now NBC doesn't need them anymore. The network knows that Caitlyn Clark is bigger than the WNBA. She's bigger than the older players. She's a superstar who doesn't need their permission. The mean tactics weren't just about pushing and shoving. It was everywhere. The referees didn't call fouls to protect her. Coaches made rude comments about her. Famous retired players went on shows to say her success wasn't that great. NBC watched all of this happen. Big companies watched too. And you know what? Companies hate trouble. The older players became trouble. They became bad for business. They turned the WNBA into a drama show full of hate instead of celebrating basketball. But Caitlyn never said anything mean. She never joined the drama. She just played basketball. She showed up, signed autographs, and respected the game. NBC is rewarding her for being professional. They're showing everyone that how you act matters. They're proving that the fans who defended Caitlyn were right. By leaving out the older players, NBC is saying Caitlyn has good character and the veterans acted badly. What about what happens next? This move by NBC means an old time is over. The time when older players controlled everything is done. If you want to be a star now, you have to support the new way. The team owners are done protecting players who hurt the league. By giving Caitlyn so much power, they're taking power away from the players' union. The union can threaten to stop playing, but if Caitlyn already works for NBC, the union can't do anything. The owners found a way around the toxic behavior. They built a direct connection from Caitlyn to the fans, cutting out the bitter players in the middle. Now the older players are yelling, but nobody's listening. They can complain and protest and post online, but they can't stop what's happening. The system has picked its leader, and it's the rookie from Iowa. This is a lesson about staying humble that people will talk about for years. The WNBA veterans had something amazing. All they had to do was be nice and say, "Welcome, Caitlyn." Instead, they were mean to her. Now they're watching her make tons of money while they're begging for help. It's sad, but they caused it themselves. They lost with the media, with the fans, and now with money. NBC, Peacock, the owners, and the fans have all decided. The WNBA isn't run by all the players anymore. It's Caitlyn's kingdom now. And for the older players who were mean and tried to stop her, the only thing left is to be forgotten. They tried to cancel Caitlyn Clark, but they only canceled themselves. The big change will be on TV on NBC, and the veterans won't even be invited to watch.